Welcome to Mama Mosey Tarot. This message, this reading is specifically for those of you who are doing something new, encountering something new, and you feel like you're asking too many questions and you're being fucking irritating, and then you're talking about things when you shouldn't, and you're not talking when you should. There's a reason for this. Eventually, if it hasn't started happening already, your ideas, you need to let go of your ideas of control, number one. It might be that you have certain expertise in one area, and now you're in a new field where you have no expertise, and you're like, I shouldn't be having to do this. I shouldn't be fucking up like this. This isn't for me. This is for you, okay? This thing that you are going through right now, being this Page of Swords, don't get into any shadow work issues right now. Okay, that's not the time for that. This is not the time for that. This Page of Swords specifically, with that Joker behind it, means that you need to go through this, because it's going to give you, with that Joker, letting go of those control issues and actually putting yourself in this, and actually learning when to speak, when to ask questions, learning when to be quiet, and learning when to not, and then starting to trust your own instincts, when to speak up, when to ask a certain specific question a certain way or to a certain person. You're learning all of this information for a purpose. They're teaching you how to deal with any venom that might come up. I just got a phone call. Sorry. Might have to edit that out. We'll see. I have the Oracle Plain Secrets here, so this reading might be for you. I don't use captions, hashtags, framing sounds. If I'm on your page and that sounded like you, stick around for a little bit. There is something here. Okay. This isn't something where you've not done anything like this before, I can tell. Because this card came out, this is a card of doing something differently, not necessarily what society or yourself have set boundaries for yourself to abide by. Okay? And then we had this card come out, the kind of wanting to leave a mark, but you have to realize that every mark that you leave is going to be destroyed eventually, okay? You need to just get your head around the fact that you have got to learn right now. You have got to turn that Page of Swords into the Knight of Swords at least. If not surpassing that. You have to... God, Medusa came out. So Medusa is a card of radical self-acceptance. Knowing that there are parts of you that you don't like, and there are parts of you that you're uncomfortable with, but they are all part of you, and they all came from somewhere, and they could possibly help you in the future when it comes to accepting this. But for now, with this reading, you need to accept this mentality that you are, whether you are new to life or not, whether you're young or old and have a lot of experience with other things, you're new in this. So embrace it. There are a lot of things when you tell yourself, I don't need to know that. There are a lot of things that you miss when you tell yourself you're too good to do the basics, start with the basics, do the foundational work. So you kind of need to accept that this is something that you have to do. You got to go through it. There really is no way out but through, unless you don't want to do it well. If you don't want to do it well, then, don't take it so seriously, but it's going to come a point in time where it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Okay. Creation. So creation is a card of creation, but I want to know what you need to create. I don't know if you need to create that sense of wonder. Okay, so Strength came out in reverse, and then we get two other cards here that flipped out, but I can't see them yet. So, Dog's the game and the King of Lost Things. You've lost your sense of just sheer enjoyment for enjoyment's sake. Like I was saying, just embrace the fact that you are new at something. How long has it been since you felt like that? You might feel like you're fucking weak and like you don't know what you're doing, and that might be true. You might have to accept that. But the only way that you get past that is you accept it and you continue to move forward. You continue to... Like if you're lifting weights and you want to make gains, right? You continue to increase the weight that you are lifting over time. You have to continue to flex your brain, which means you can't approach it from with an air of superiority, like there's not much that you have to learn. There's going to be a shit ton of stuff you miss if you do it that way. Okay, you've got to rediscover that sense of wonder. Not everything has to be bad. Not everything has to be life and death. Not everything has to be looking for ulterior motives. You can just be, okay, I'm new. Yep. I'll learn eventually. And then when you learn, that's when you go back and you kick ass for anybody to try to take advantage of you. But if you can't do that if you don't get to a certain, well, I guess you can, but it's better to do it when you are of a higher position. Or at least an equal one. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Just utilize the tools at hand. Deal with your current, close, immediate reality. And be in the present moment with a sense of, I'm here, ready to fucking learn. nothing comes out, I'm going to check bottom of the deck energy. Okay, well, we're not done. Crap. I looked this one up yesterday and I forgot the meaning again. Oh, that's right. So, with the Laser Blaster is a card of taking not taking things seriously as seriously as you should. It's not necessarily. It's kind of the opposite of the idea of practice the way you play, because then you play the way you practice, right? You know what I mean? This is not taking it as seriously as you should, and then the next dimension upright is don't judge people for not being as into shit as you are. I think you might have to deal with a little bit of that, and with this Laser Blaster here, realize that while it might have a purpose, right now all you are supposed to do is just focus, learn how to play this game before you try to school people with it. So I think you are going to catch some flack and some shit, and people really kind of enjoying their seniority at the moment. Okay, so be prepared for that. But ooh, don't be prepared for it. Don't let them run roughshod all over you. But don't just pretend, oh yeah, that's funny, guys. Don't just let it be okay, all right? The little jabs and shit like that, because it's eventually going to come to a head. And that's not going to be good for anybody. Another 2. Ooh, no, that's 3. So, wow. So you got Alexei, which is competition, and this card says that it lets me know that you are a very competitive person and that you are a very masculine person, and you tend to be very... Now, when this card comes out, this is usually being very good at offense and defense, knowing when to attack, knowing when to defend. But then it came out with Kill the Sun behind it. And Kill the Sun is destruction. It's destruction. It might be that you have to change a little bit of these competitive tendencies and these aggressive tendencies that you have to get along in this and not respond necessarily in that sense. But, okay, so we got the Pondering Senator. Like I was saying, once you learn how to play the game, things will make a lot more sense to you. You just need to get through this little Page of Swords portion, this freshman year, if you will. Maybe not a year, but this freshman period. Don't change, though. So draw boundaries. Draw this upright is drawing boundaries. It's redrawing boundaries sometimes and trying to realize where people have overstepped your boundaries. So in reverse, it is not... And the fact that it came out with this, or that we have the Laser Blaster and then the seven of the ducks over here, or the 8 of ducks, I can't remember. But this is a card of not feeling yourself above anybody, right? And then this one is drawing boundaries in reverse. So it's like, don't let those attacks get to you, but don't let them fuck you up so much that you let them just kind of treat you like a doormat. You've got to find a nice balance with it, but the balance without the aggression. You're not going to defend yourself aggressively, and you're not going to defend yourself offensively. That's not what's called for here. What's called for is for you to just remain steadfast in who you are as a person and just embrace this newness and this experience. And be patient. And then we got the Wanderer. So the Wanderer is a card of day-to-day rituals, kind of, and how they tie into everything else, how they tie into behavior, and how that behavior can change another aspect of our daily life, and all kinds of things. But it came out in reverse. So it's like, don't get too caught up in the little stuff. And then Jackalope. Don't get too caught up in the little stuff, and don't get too distracted by the little stuff either. So Jackalope upright is appreciating the small wonders of the moment, right? And then the Wanderer right before that, day-to-day rituals. It's not getting lost in these small little things. Just make the note and move on. And then you can go back and revisit that later at a different point in time if you need to or if you want to. Okay? If nothing else. Ooh. This is, okay, so that's the most efficient way for you to do things. Just keep your mouth shut, take notes if you need to. You don't really need to necessarily say anything until you feel a little bit more firmly rooted in this game and grounded in this game. Once then you are there, I think you will be able to kind of make the entire place run a little bit better, as long as, again, you cannot sweat the small stuff. Bottom of the deck energy. You got to see it to want it. Or you have to see it and want it to make it happen. Okay? If it helps... And I'm not getting a necessarily like a do this one little thing at a time either. I need clarification on that visualization. Okay, so blue came out, which is a card of freedom and the dream of freedom, a little bit of horse girl energy in there. But it's what horses represent to those that find them such wondrous creatures, right? Horse girls. Okay, so with this visualization, bottom of the deck energy generally is the kind of a nice bow to wrap everything up in, right? But when I need clarification, I guess you have to want this. You have to make this your dream. You have to, and when I say make this your dream, it's like you have to see the good and the wonder in being this low man on the totem pole, like I was saying earlier. It's going to feel like a new world, but if you can embrace it fully, it's going to open up a whole new world of possibilities and opportunities for you in this position or this, wherever you're doing this. Okay, I'm going to check. Yeah, so we have Page of Wands and the Familiar under Ophiuchus. So now the Familiar is a card of generally a familiar. So I think once you actually do start this position and start taking action, you will meet a friend very, very quickly that is going to seem kind of like your bestie, kind of like a little work spouse, twin, whatever. And I think they're really going to help you open up and kind of find your way in this space, okay? Because we had another death card there at the bottom of that other one. So just please embrace it, not with the, I know so much more than all you motherfuckers. Just, I'm here and ready to fucking learn. And then you will exponentially grow from there, okay? I hope this helped. Love you.